Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and in this video I'll be showing you the live reactions to the Freelancer How to Play video that got released by Hitman today. So they'll be explaining how Freelancer works, the release date and when the technical test starts, and basically just going through all the details. And I'm going to show you all my live reactions to that video. Keep in mind when I play the clip, you'll have to raise the volume on your selected device because for some reason the volume's really low, so you have to increase the volume a little bit. I did my best. But anyway, here it is. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give you all live reactions, so let's get into it.
Hello everybody, today I got the pleasure of showing you how to play Hitman 3 Freelancer. In this new roguelike game mode, you once again take on the role of Agent 47, the world's deadliest assassin.
So this big huge safe house, we've seen this before, but it looks like it's a lot more detailed this time, so it's looking really good.
As a freelancer, you must take on various crime syndicates to keep the world in balance, gain new items, mercers, and mastery to become the ultimate freelancer.
So mercers is going to be the name for the currency in the game.
Bringing a lot of new things with this game mode, and one of them is your brand new safe house, which functions as your hub for planning your missions or just taking a breather in between gigs. Welcome to Freelancer. A successful run in Freelancer consists of taking down 4 crime syndicate leaders of your choosing. Pick the syndicate you wish to go after. As you identify and take down their lower members one after the other, you end up forcing their leader out of hiding, giving you a one-time opportunity to eliminate them in a showdown.
This is going to be like boss fights. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Like a bit like the Cobra group in Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah, I'll go through each boss individually to get to the super boss at the end.
We'll get to a bit later. This is your campaign progress, and as you can see, we need to take on 2 contracts to get to our first showdown.
Alright, so there's 2 contracts to get to the main showdown, well, for 1 showdown, then 3 contracts to get to the next one, 4 to get to the next one, and 5, yeah, that's a lot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 contracts? Wow. And I'm presuming if you fail, you get cut out the contract or something? Let's have a look.
And eliminate our first syndicate. Each syndicate has a syndicate type attached to it. And each syndicate type rewards different playstyles with unique challenges for you to complete for extra payout. So choose wisely. Let's pick the Investor as our first target. Your run will increase in difficulty after each completed showdown. Be careful, because as mentioned, Freelancer is a roguelike game mode. So if you fail a mission, you lose all the weapons and items you brought with you and half of your hard-earned mercers. But the campaign won't fail. Territories will, however, though, become alerted and they'll know that you are coming.
What? So if you fail, you can still move on to just get, I'm guessing, like added enforcers? Alerted territory. Failing this mission will end the campaign. Okay, so if you fail once, you get alerted to the next territory, and if you fail again, it'll be game over. I'm guessing. That's cool.
But if you fail a showdown, you do not only lose your equipped weapons, items, and half of your mercers, you also fail the current campaign and have to start all over from scratch.
Brutal.
Each completed mission grants you XP for your overall mastery, and if you do the optional payout objectives, you'll also get mercers. Mercers are the in-game currency used to purchase new weapons and freelancer tools.
So basically, as long as you tick off the bonus objectives and you get like a silent assassin, you get more XP and more payout. Payout's obviously going to be used for weaponry and so on and so on.
How that is, the more mercers you get. This is your center of operations. This is where you plan your missions, test your guns, choose your starting disguises, and more. But as you can see, it's pretty barren right now. But over time, this will become a worthy place for Agent 47 to repair.
Base of operations. It's awesome.
But we don't have that much right now. But luckily, we got our old faithful ICA 19 classic bowler. It's not much, but it'll get the job done. Weapons.
Yeah, basically this is what I said at the top here on the left. Prepare and travel to Sapienza. This is going to be our next thing. You can take up to 6 things in your gear, I guess. This is here, gear capacity 6. Push, kill, blind target. So these are extra. These are optional, I'm guessing. Like if you kill them in this specific way, you get extra money to purchase these weapons and so on and so on.
This can be purchased from suppliers and found on locations. If there's a rarity attached to a weapon, you can bring it back and place it on your gun rack and use it for future contracts.
Rarity.
Now, let's go on our first mission so that we can corner the leader and get to our first showdown.
Welcome to Sapienza.
Every time you start in Freelancer, you start at a random starting location. Sometimes that's completely safe. And other times, just like now,
oh, that's really cool.
Territory.
That's awesome. So you're starting in on some sort of random shop. That's pretty good.
When you look at the map in Freelancer, you'll notice many new markers. Here we have couriers, suppliers, and safes. Couriers have mercers on them, and suppliers got some cool new weapons and Freelancer tools that you can purchase. And safes can also be worth a visit.
Can we kill the courier?
That is. Before we go to visit a supplier, let's find a courier to get some economy up and running.
Right in front of a guard.
Now we got some mercers. Let's visit the supplier.
Does that affect? Is there like a silent assassin ranking though?
Located multiple places on each location, each with unique items for you to purchase. If you got the mercers, they're quite worth a visit. We got enough mercers.
That is very expensive. If you're getting 15, 25, 35, 50. So 50, 60 if you complete all the objectives. I'm not sure if these are worth it. Screwdriver is probably the most handiest tool out of all of these things. If that's the taser, then that's alright. So the best items are that and that, and these are the cheapest ones. The sniper rifle is not worth it. It depends if there's a silent assassin link to these. If there is not, then sniping can be very viable. Again, that would be really cool. If you've got like freedom to just take your target out anywhere you want without having to worry about a silent assassin rating, then this could be really good. But as things are, as we've been basically hardwired into our brain now to get silent assassin all the time, that's what we focus on. So we don't tend to use these items. Well, that's an axe, SMG, shotgun, and that's an assault rifle and a sniper rifle. We don't tend to use these items. That's a Semtex explosion. Yeah, we tend to use the things that are, you know, quiet and close quarters, I suppose. But if there's more of an incentive to use these ones, then fair enough. But I think it's a little bit expensive.
For a remote Semtex block, let's get that. It might be useful down the line.
You need more? You know where I am.
It's time to find our target. Luckily, we know our way around.
It's also a bit weird how a waiter or a housekeeper is basically selling weapons to a security guard. Shouldn't it be the other way around kind of thing? Why would a housekeeper or a waiter have weapons on him?
So, it's time to do the thing we do best.
Is there still going to be items scattered throughout the world though?
And we even completed some of our optional payout objectives. Let's go back to our safe house and prepare for our next mission. When we complete a mission, as mentioned, carried gear with rarity is brought back to the safe house with us.
This is how it used to work in the old games.
Place it in storage,
That's cool.
keep it in your inventory, and bring it with you on your next mission. We've now gained some mastery. Mastery will over time unlock things like the upper.
Look at that, like you can increase your gear capacity. This is really cool. So you can start bringing in more items than the restricted 2. You used to be able to just bring 2 items in with you, and a pistol, and maybe smuggling an item. So technically 4, but this now is letting you bring like 7. Maybe that will increase to even more. That's really cool. That's as long as you can, as long as you don't fail, obviously, and lose them all. But yeah, that's cool.
Levels of our safe house, new interior, a wardrobe for us to change our starting disguises, a shooting range, and more.
It's like GTA.
With Mastery, you can customize various parts of your safe house to match how you think Agent 47 should live. The more mastery you get, the more will unlock in and around your safe house.
That's going to be good. It just depends on how customizable it is. Can we move items around and stuff? Be interested to see how this works out.
Going on a mission without any items can be tough. But after you complete your first mission, you'll unlock the supply crate. It will provide you with 3 randomized items and you can pick one of them. Keep an eye on your optional payout objectives for your current contract. One of these items might help you achieve them.
Okay, so map knowledge is going to help you out there. So if you know you're going to Dubai, that scrambler might be very helpful to get through some keycard locked doors. What else was there? Go back a little bit. What was in the crate? So chloroform, that's not going to help. Is that a remote explosive? Or is it an audio distraction device? It's a remote explosive. So that isn't going to help you. That isn't going to help you. So yeah, the scrambler is a very good tool for Dubai. So that's the item I would take if it was me.
And you can pick one of them. Keep an eye on your optional payout objectives for your current contract. One of these items might help you achieve them. Now, let's take on our next mission so that we can get to our first showdown.
This guy does not care about Silent Assassin. He's just doing things right in front of other NPCs.
We've now unlocked our first
Quite
showdown.
refreshing.
We have now cornered the syndicate leader, the investor, and they're located in Dartmoor.
Okay.
Before we go there to find them, let's use our newly unlocked intel wall. This explains who our common target is. Study it. It will only benefit you on...
What? Or something like this? The investor. Agenda. Handover meeting. You can tell. Sweet tooth. Oh, this is like Silent Assassin. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin where... hey, look. He wears glasses. He's got a tattoo. He's got no hair. He wears a hat. I really like this. So it's like an elusive target, but they're describing him, so you have to figure it out for yourself. I like this.
On what's to come. In this case, we know the investor's agenda, tells, and looks. This makes it way easier for us to locate the real target.
Yeah, so if he's eating a cake, you'd know it's him.
Other dangers lurking in a showdown, so we must be careful. And the further we are in our campaign, the harder it gets. But this first one should be manageable for a skilled freelancer like us.
Of course.
In showdowns, you must identify and eliminate the syndicate leader, in this case, the investor. You got the intel, so it's up to you to locate the syndicate member. You must find suspects and compare their appearances and behaviors against your available intel.
Now, this could be the make or break thing. Like, is the target just going to be a random person, like him or him? Or is it going to be an actual person they've put in the game and they've changed things around to specifically for this? Because if they have changed it, excellent. If they haven't, and they've just made it like a random person, then it's not going to be as fun. But let's have a look. We'll see what he says.
Then, take out your mark when you're confident of their identity. Remember to visit a supplier and use some of your hard-earned mercers. Some of their items might come in handy.
Hey there. Need anything?
In your inventory, you will also find your new suspect camera. Use this to tag suspects in order to narrow down the search for the syndicate leader. Okay, here's
I feel
one
like
of the
I've seen this
suspects.
mechanic in something else
First up,
before, but this is really good. I like
and
this.
does not fit our mark. I'll mark them as a non-suspect. Second suspect reads too much. That does not fit our intel. They're not the one. We just got alerted that there are assassins nearby, so we have to be extra careful. Assassins are strong NPCs that are hiding in plain sight and protecting the suspects.
Can we take them out?
FYI, they don't always protect your target, but they hit hard, so you want to stay clear of them. Narrowing down the search, we finally found the main suspect.
Oh, so it is
This
like
is the
so they have implanted NPCs. This is going to be like new elusive targets, but essentially, I like this.
investor. Okay, let's take him out while the coast is clear. We made it. Now, let's locate the exit and get back to our safe house.
He also had someone behind him. Did you see that on the minimap? Not there. Not here. Hold on.
Okay, let's...
What, see that there? On the minimap? The little cross. I'm guessing that's an assassin.
Take him out while the coast is clear.
And then this cut here, he's gone. So I don't know where he went. Maybe the person who's playing this game took him out, but he was an assassin right there. I'm guessing you'd have to take him out first.
We made it! Now, let's locate the exit and get back to our safe house.
Is that a new suit, by the way?
Our showdown was successful, and we now eliminated our first syndicate leader. We got new items, weapons we can place in the gun rack, and a new reward crate to open. Reward crates gives you a randomized weapon or item for each completed showdown, and the chances for getting a better item or weapon increases the further you get in your current campaign.
Can you get duplicates though? That would be bad if you could get duplicates. I hope not. Be like opening a, I don't know. You got a, I don't know. It's like FIFA. You're opening on packs, and you don't want to keep packing the same players all the time, do you?
In addition to that, we also have new unlocks to our safe house, and we also unlocked prestige objectives. With prestige objectives, you can add a tougher layer on your missions to get more mercers, if you got the skills.
So you can replay them.
Now it's time to progress in our current campaign to get more mastery, mercers, items, and weapons. The contracts and showdowns in front of us will be harder, so approach with caution. Remember, if you fail or get wounded on a mission, you lose all your equipped weapons and freelancer items and half of your...
If you fail or get wounded, so you can't even get shot at, you lose all your equipped weapons and... Oh, that's tough.
hard-earned mercers.
Half.
The campaign won't fail. Territories will, however, be alerted. But if you fail during a showdown, the leader escapes, and you'll not only lose your equipped weapons, items, and half of your mercers, but you'll also lose all the progress made in that current run. It's expensive to fail a mission, but Freelancer is all about high risk, high reward. There are many new ways to explore the world of assassination with this game mode. New ways to play, new targets to execute, new items to unlock, and more. It's time for you to become the ultimate Freelancer.
Excellent. All right. Closed technical test November 3rd to November 7th. So let's go through the blog post and go see all the information about this and this. Well, we've already seen this, but let's go through all of this. Okay, so that was the full video. I'm going to show you, well, I'm going to replay it in the background so you've got something to look at while I'm going through all this. But they will also release a blog post in line with this. So from what we've seen so far, it does look really, really good. It's not the sort of thing that I could probably put in videos unless they are repeatable. And because the random element really prevents me from doing walkthroughs for them. But we'll see what it ends up turning out to be like and see if they are replayable or they're all just going to be completely random. But we'll have to wait and see. But I think it's more going to be more of a stream kind of thing, where we do just a different one every stream, whenever we do it. It sounds like a lot of fun, really. But let's get into the blog post and get into a few more details. So you can follow along with me. I'll leave the blog post link in the description as well. So from the top, it says Hitman 3 Freelancer arrives on January 26th, 2023. Just a few months away, it'll bring a new way to play Hitman, introduce a customizable safe house, and so much more. If this is all new to you, catch up on the Freelancer blog post that we've already done so far. As part of our preparations for the mode, we'll be holding a closed technical test to put our servers under stress, get an early idea of a player behavior, and do some economy/XP balancing in a real life scenario on a big scale. Today we're ready to share more details, starting with the very first extended look at Hitman 3 Freelancer gameplay. I hope that the invites aren't just going to be to the highly skilled players, because they need to be inviting some of the casual players as well. Otherwise, the highly skilled players will be playing these, and the economy will end up being really expensive for all the items. And when the game actually comes out, the casual players will be struggling, and they'll be struggling to get enough money to purchase things in the game. So they need to make sure they are doing a wide, broad way of invites when it comes to this technical test. Gameplay reveal. Before we jump into details of the upcoming closed technical test, we want to share something very special. Sit back and relax for an in-depth 10-minute gameplay. We've already shown that. This is what's happening in the background right now, and we've already gone through the live reactions of it. So, closed technical test. The closed technical test will begin on 1 PM UTC on Thursday the 3rd of November and run until the 4 PM UTC on Monday the 7th of November, so just a few days. The closed technical test is only available on Steam and will be available as a separate game, meaning it cannot be accessed from the standard Hitman 3 game. You will need a download code sent from IO Interactive to access it and play. So you won't need to own the game, so it'll be a separate download completely. So it's basically only going to be restricted to PC players, unfortunately, because if you have console, you can't obviously access Steam, unfortunately. Many of you will already received an invitation email directly from IO Interactive, and you can expect further details sent to you before the start of the closed technical test. For everyone else, we have opened up a sign-up page where you can register your interest to take part. We can't promise that everyone who signs up will get access, but we are hoping to scale up to demand, really stress our servers as much as we possibly can. So they didn't want to push it to see how much they can push it before they start crashing the server. That would be terrible. That would be a terrible scenario. So I'm glad they're doing this, because the last thing you want to do is just release this game mode. You'll have a flood of players and the servers just can't handle it and then end up crashing all the time and disconnecting. That would be a problem. So I'm glad they're doing this, and I am happy to say I haven't been invited. I have been invited, I should say, on my main account. So I shall be giving this a go, sharing my thoughts. I'm not sure if we're allowed to share gameplay or live streams or anything like that. We'll have to get confirmation on that, but I will be sharing my feedback on it. The Hitman 3 Freelancer closed technical test does not include all features from the mode that you'll play in January. We've purposefully toned down or entirely removed certain elements to enable us to better focus feedback and maintain some elements of surprise for launch. Equally, we know that some of you will be absolutely rinse the game mode during these days, and we don't want you to burn out either. Our aim with the closed technical test is preparing the mode for its proper launch, not give you untethered access to it all right now. So, for example, this is, 4 days? I could probably get through all of them in 4 days. Well, it depends on how many contracts there are. If there's like 6 or 7, I could probably do it. But we'll have to wait and see. So, CTT core changes. When comparing the full version of Hitman 3 Freelancer to the closed technical test version, there are a few differences that we want to highlight at this early stage to set some expectations. Locations. Firstly, the closed technical test will only feature 9 locations from the world of assassination, i.e. locations from Hitman 1 to 3. The full release will include support for all 19 locations, with only ICA Facility, Hawke's Bay and Carpathian Mountains not supported in the full release. During the closed technical test, you'll have access to Paris, Sapienza, Hokkaido, Miami, Mumbai, Whittleton Creek, Dartmoor, Berlin, and Mendoza. These locations offer good variety from across all 3 games. That is, they're pretty good maps. So mastery. So as soon as you'll soon see for yourself, I can get my words out. Freelancer mastery is tracked through the new location at the core of Freelancer mode. Agent 47's safe house. Just as any other location, the safe house will have a mastery track that can be progressed by completing challenges and earning XP. The safe house in the full release will have 100 mastery levels, but we have reduced this to 25 in the closed technical test. Any progression made during the closed technical test will not carry over to the full release in January. So, as you progress through your mastery levels, you'll unlock more stuff for your safe house and things like that, and they've capped it, just like a beta would be for like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So they don't want you to unlock all the stuff already in a quick succession. Player experience. From now through the end of the closed technical test, here's the basic process. Get an invite, get access, have a good time, and then tell us about it. Those are the headlines. Here are the details and easy to follow steps. Invite. Firstly, you need to be invited. Many players have already been handpicked based on their in-game activity and content ownership. It's now possible to freely register interest. There's a link in this blog post, by the way, so if you want to play this, get on it quickly and see if you can get on board with this stuff. So click the link within the blog and you'll be able to get access to it. Well, have a chance to get access to it. It says, we'll begin rolling out further invites to meet demand and our needs. Activate. When you receive an actual invitation email from us, most likely on November 2nd, it will include details on how to redeem your Hitman 3 Freelancer closed technical test code. This will ultimately be added to a new product to your Steam library. Then, you'll need to activate a particular beta branch within the product to get access to the closed technical test and start downloading. If you're not familiar with this sort of thing on Steam, then you'll have a detailed guide on this in the invitation, so don't worry. You'll also need a Steam account and internet connection to download to play the closed technical test, of course. Next up, download. Once you've fully downloaded the closed technical test, we expect to be approximately 60 gigabytes. This will not be able to access anything other than the splash screen, aka the press space to play screen, until 1 PM UTC on 3rd of November. We expect that you'll be able to pre-download the CTT as soon as you've received the download key from us. 60 gig is a huge amount these days for this sort of thing. Yeah, 60 gigs a lot. Play. From 1 PM UTC on 3rd of November to 4 PM on UTC on 7th of November, you'll be able to freely play and share any gameplay from the CTT. Take and share screenshots on Twitter, stream gameplay on Twitch or wherever you want. No restrictions, maximum enjoyment. Excellent, I will definitely do that. I'll be doing plenty of that stuff. When the CTT ends, you can safely uninstall the build, no progression will carry over to the full release, and the CTT will have no impact on any of your existing or future Hitman 3 progression. So from the minute this goes live, I will be doing a live stream on this. So expect a live stream at 1 PM UTC on the 3rd of November for this. This will be, is it Thursday? Next Thursday? If I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that will be quite fun. Survey. So shortly after the CTT ends, we'll send out a very short survey via email to everyone who received a code. We'll have some questions about your experiences, and that will help us make some final tweaks to certain elements of the mode. For transparency, we won't be making major gameplay changes. We're looking primarily at economy, XP balancing, enjoyment, and testing our technical infrastructure. That's it. Between now and CTT starting, we'll be tracking, answering any unanswered questions that might still be outstanding. Thanks for your interest in Hitman 3 Freelancer, and we'll see you in the closed technical test. And on the final, at the end of the blog post, is this release schedule, which I'll show you on the screen right now. So there on the screen, you'll see when all the starts go live in your area. And yeah, this looks really good. It looks a lot better than I thought it would be. And let's just hope it lives up to the expectations, because I think I've got high expectations. Now this looks pretty good. And I'm looking forward to streaming it and sharing some gameplay on it and some feedback on it as well. But we'll have to wait and see for that. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've learned a lot from it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think of this game mode, what you think of all the details on it, what you're looking forward to the most on it. And I'll see you in the next video. So again, thank you very much for watching the video. And of course, a big shout out to all my supporters. I really do appreciate the Psycho Assassin members: Mark Davis, Paul at Home, Bedry, Andrew Phillips, Wandering Wendy, and Constantine Mueller. I really do appreciate all the support recently. I've been very busy this month of October, but in November, my schedule is more clear, so I'll be able to upload a lot more videos. So thanks for the patience, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.